attachments, and there used to be, I looked
Right,
at the
there used to
name
be a
and
little-
attachment.
Oh, I love potatoes, you know, what can
I'm
I
just
tell you?
like, I don't know.
I'll,
So I wanted you to see the southwestern willow flycatcher.
Oh, yeah?
It's cost us a lot of money.
We are saving that bird from this extinction
Yes, we are.
from distinction.
today.
Oh,
Just today, huh?
Just today.
Not any other day, just today.
You wanna, does everybody have their,
Hold on, I gotta get.
yeah, I'll get everybody, we need a second up here.
Trying to find my.
It's trying to log in.
okay, let's see.
Sorry, that was me, just testing.
There it is. That's sometimes that's the wrong one.
Oh, hell.
There we go. I got it. Ooh, candy.
I think I got it.
That's pretty good.
This looks like a dental trip to me.
I was like, dinner of champions.
It's
Sure,
insane.
what, sure,
I'll trade you a Skittles for
Two
your
American.
M&Ms.
She came back from the doctor
I
yesterday.
don't understand it.
$7,500 to take care of the
They might need to put
pockets
their logo
on
in their
both sides of
marketing.
her.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, really. I know what
Over-
flavor it is, but I
over
don't know
the
who
years,
makes it.
It's not necessarily tooth gold, but just deterioration of your gums, and just so they go in and they basically laser cauterize everything. Pretty crazy. Pretty amazing. Did you
Did
ever
that
have
come from Mark
one? Did you grow up
Hello.
in a place where they had fluoridated water?
18
So
pages?
that's a plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
Two,
get a life, you know
did
what?
you ever have, what do they call them?
Somebody might need to do a Welsh.
Like a seal.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because my
I mean,
kids ate seal.
I mean, I've known him for a long time. I haven't seen him for a long time.
Oh my God, look at
but I've
Lori's
known
new
him for a
dog.
long time.
It's already her.
He was never that, he
Had a
was
great day.
never that.
Yeah,
way.
another
He
one.
was always just this really
I
nice,
spend a small
you
fortune.
know, hey, how you doing? You know, and all of a sudden it was
Oh, I
like,
spent a
whoa,
fortune on
buddy,
I've had it like
what happened to you, you know? Hey, Michael.
the big space between my front teeth, really tiny teeth.
My dad had crisscross. I had just a hint of it. Well, my son, I had to take him out. But
Yeah,
braces,
interesting.
It's
but-
all come back.
Mm-hmm.
It's all deteriorated.
I gave it my due diligence.
Just like my dad did.
I had braces twice and then I had.
Well, I have to admit, I did not read the entire thing.
Because I got
Sorry.
these fall. They were like the same size as the big.
Oh, okay. That's amazing.
Are you familiar with that restaurant in Verona that used
We
to
will
be
get
Cypress
started here
Cafe?
shortly. We're just getting our
What's it
Zoom
called? Do you know?
set up.
Ooh, wow, that's crazy sounding.
They closed for a while and then they reopened under another name and I don't know
Like the creature of the dark lagoon.
what that was. I don't know why this mask is so small. It didn't used to be. What?
And not everybody got the email either.
You got your vaccine? Did you see both of them or just one?
I got the second one on Saturday.
How'd you do? Or you
Still
like
not
me?
okay.
My wife is still not okay. She was, I was good after Sunday. Sunday I was knocked out. Sunday,
1 o'clock in the morning.
I didn't even sleep good. Well, you had a fever too.
Oh, yeah, it was awful. I had the fever.
I had a fever from the time I went to bed. Every time I got up, I'd feel feverish, and I got up and
Can't get rid of the head.
got sickness. I went and sat in the whole lazy boy, and put a blanket on, and went to sleep with the dog.
Yep, that's nice. I sat in that chair all day on Sunday. I didn't even get out of it.
Especially for me.
Soup and that was all I ate that day.
Yeah.
You can't just ignore.
Right.
Really out of it.
This one's off.
Dana didn't get it near as bad as I did, but then Monday morning she started feeling
Well,
real
my
crap.
coworker, she didn't get it as bad as me. Her husband didn't have anything. And my husband had it. And he was fine.
Huh.
He may a little, he got a little bit cold. It lasted for him.
Lori, will you do a quick sound check?
Even had a big ass bruise on my arm after.
Where's my
The
phone?
first one, I couldn't
Yeah.
feel it. My
Yeah, it was. Yes, yeah, in fact, it's still, you can put your hand on it, it's still warm to the touch.
The thing my husband got though was his gland swelled up, like
Oh,
one like
really?
right here.
Oh,
It's so funny because he
Yeah, she's unmuted. I can't.
the popper shows. He's like, Brenda, I got a lipoma. I'm like, honey, they don't come up that fast.
Lori, can you try again? Oh, ooh,
Goodness.
yeah.
Do you have a computer and a phone going?
I don't know.
Did I what?
yeah,
I noticed it Ron Duncan
You have one not
has his
unique
name up
and
there.
one-
so
Everybody
what
mute
is
your
his-
computers,
just he's
too.
interested in
She
what we're
does
doing,
now,
or
she-
what is he, is he
You know
still
how
at
to
the
mute
bank?
your sound?
Is it?
The X.
Okay.
Well, ours just do it because we're not connected to Zoom.
Check.
Still should do it.
If it is made other
Yeah.
sounds, no.
Like-
Yeah.
It was doing it because she had
No,
no
I know,
mute
but-
there and and no mute there, so those two computers that she was
No,
on.
but I
kinda
heard
haven't
people's
seen him for a
alerts
long
last
time.
time.
our account, our,
Lots of deer.
Yeah,
camera
yeah.
doesn't catch the entire electron.
always thought he came
You
just
know,
to like see her.
What, is she,
I'm
what
not
happened to
in.
her? She's still running?
No, you're not.
Really?
No.
Okay, that's cool.
She might have moved out of the area. Yeah, she was great.
I'm like, I don't want to.
You like
Which would be
better than
surprising because
having
Donovans don't move
the
out of the area.
iPad for
You know, they,
putting stuff on.
sorry,
That's
Yeah.
your dinner
I
back.
probably should have.
sorry to tell you, but I think you're wrong. I
This
just,
one has developed a couple quirks that don't develop me.
This is so lightweight. I want to get one of these for home.
You can use this for him.
No, I mean like for
Yeah.
when I'm not doing this someday. Because someday I won't be doing this. Right?
Huh, maybe the town will sell it to you at a discount.
Had a student
We should
when I first started working down in Aztec.
figure out what we're gonna, how often we're gonna
And
replace
she
them.
came up to me and said, I don't want my last name to precede
But I
me
do use it
here because my last name is
Yeah,
so.
I've been doing
unless
it.
I'm on my head.
And I said, I'm not from this area. I don't know.
My tower,
I
my,
know, really.
lost its connection to the internet.
And now I understand it's a very
It is a
common
bummer,
thing
because
here.
I generally use it, it's got a bigger
Yeah,
screen.
yeah.
Yes.
Yay!
Sounds good.
Okay.
I see, there's someone in the chat there. Katie, do you want to check that before?
Who is that?
There's something in the chat.
I think that was Lori.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that was Lori and me talking.
Okay, are we ready?
We're ready.
I'm going to go ahead and call this meeting to order, dated Tuesday, March 16th, 2021. It is 6:39. Roll call, please.
Trustee Black.
Here.
Trustee Dallison. Here. Trustee Joswick.
Here.
Trustee Moreland.
Here.
Trustee Politis. Here. Trustee Cesaro. Here. Mayor Tarkington.
Here.
All present.
All right, if everybody would join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. All right, does the board have any conflicts of interest they would like to announce at this moment? All right. Seeing none, we will move on to general public input, limited to 10 minutes, 3 minutes per speaker. If there is anyone out there that would like to address the board, please state your name and address for the record.
Hi, my name's Veronica Lassiter. My address is 5415 and 523 Bayfield. Good evening, board. I sent an email on March 10th regarding a meeting proclamation. I want to encourage this board to adopt a meeting proclamation for the town of Bayfield. I've prepared a statement that I would like to read for public comment. As I stated, my name is Veronica Lassiter, and while I grew up in urban areas, I was lucky enough to meet, marry, and ranch alongside my husband, a Bayfield native, for the past 12 years. I've learned firsthand the challenges and rewards of ranching and running a sheep operation, and feel so blessed to experience a wonderful industry. I would like to reiterate an issue of concern for myself and for our community. The urban and rural divide is a real and public issue. So when the governor of our beautiful state whose second largest industry is agriculture, proclaims a meat-free day days before the National Colorado Ag Week, it not only sends a hurtful message to the agriculture industry, but empowers those in urban areas to continue dismissing the needs and concerns of this industry. The local proclamation by this board would send a unifying message of the importance of agriculture in our community and the great state of Colorado. It is important that we begin to appreciate and celebrate our diversity, which brings unity to our community. Thank you for your support and consideration in bringing awareness to the importance of the agriculture industry. Thank you.
Thank you, Veronica. Do we have anyone else out there or in the room? All right. Seeing none. Did everybody get a chance to look at the agenda? If so, I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
So move.
Second.
Any further discussion? Roll call.
Trustee Black.
Yes.
Trustee Dallison.
Yes.
Trustee Joswick.
Yes.
Trustee Moreland.
Yes.
Trustee Politis.
Yes.
Trustee Cesaro.
Yes.
Mayor Tarkington.
Yes.
All in favor.
Did everyone get a chance to review the minutes from the March 2nd, 2021 meeting?
Madam Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the March 2nd, 2021 minutes as presented.
So, second?
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Trustee Black.
Yes.
Trustee Dallison.
Yes.
Trustee Joswick.
Yes.
Trustee Moreland.
Yes.
Trustee Politis.
Yes.
Trustee Cesaro. Mayor Tarkington.
Yes.
All in favor.
All right, moving on to department reports. Becky, do you have anything to add to your report?
The only thing I forgot to put in the report is that the scoreboard is finally up.
Yeah.
So we're working with A to Z to get some electricity to it.
Good.
All right, does the board have any questions for Becky?
How's our seating coming on the field?
We haven't laid any seed, but plan is to get on that very soon. So.
Okay.
Okay, moving on. Kathy, do you have anything to add to your report?
I do not.
Does the board have any questions for Kathy? All right, moving on. Jennifer?
I do not.
All right, does the board have any questions for Jennifer at this time? All right, moving on to our town manager, Katie.
Yeah, so I provided a Bayfield Town Hall office security. Obviously, things have changed here in the last, actually since the end of December. We've got a new secure door up. We will be looking at actually alarm codes for Town Hall. That's been set up at Town Hall since it was constructed, and from what I understand, it has not necessarily been utilized. So anyway, we're getting that set up. We have kind of set up I think that I was surprised that there has not necessarily been a fire drill in this town hall that the staff can remember. I'm accustomed to having those at least once a year. So we will put a fire drill kind of plan in place and then probably have a fire drill at some point in 2021. I've also been through a process where there's a threat, either it's gun violence or some type of threat to staff in town hall and what to do. So we will probably we will put a plan in place and also have a drill when that happens as well. Because what you do when you're threatened with violence is something that you're gonna do different if you have a fire drill. So those are two completely different issues. But I wanted to make sure I just shared that with the board. The public is also aware. I think that there's been a lot of there's been an open public interest in town hall. We're still open to the public. We just want to make sure the staff is secure and safe as we're working in our offices. So anyway, I just want to make sure I shared that with you. My leadership team is here today. I appreciate them being here to honor the fire district and what they've done. But I think it's kind of time that they come back into the boardroom and then give something about their report to the board, even if it's just one highlight, so that we kind of start that information flowing back and forth between the board and the leadership team. I think the thing that's probably most exciting to our community is that we are looking at we're planning for 4th of July. At this point, we will proceed with 4th of July. We're also considering the fireworks as well. Obviously, fireworks will depend on the fire danger here in Bayfield. We are looking at basically closing Mill Street to give us more room to spread out. The soccer fields will be closed. Because that they're being reseeded. So we're looking at, this is kind of our first layout of the 4th of July and where we will have events. Obviously the beer garden has been outside of the softball field. We'll move it inside. We'll look at a band, a kid garden on the south softball field, food trucks in between. The vendor garden, currently right now we're looking at Eagle Park. But there's still, like I said, we're still planning this. The parade route is going to change a little bit, and we will start at noon and not 10 o'clock in the morning. So we do know that it's a Sunday, and that will help anybody that wants to worship that morning in their place of worship, and then come to 4th of July. We are going to follow all of the COVID dial restrictions at the time, and so that means we're looking at capacity. As you consider the Rotary Beer Garden special event liquor license, we will require that they keep the attendance within the the public health order at the time. But we wanted to make sure we kind of shared this with you in advance. Right now, what we need to do in March is actually schedule the band, order the tent or reserve the tent. There's some other things we need to make sure that we start reserving now so that we're prepared for this event. So I want to make sure that unless there's any objections to at least us getting the items reserved, the band reserved at this time, that we proceed ahead with planning the 4th of July.
And just so you guys know, I will be attending all of these meetings. I thought this was a great kickoff meeting. If you have any concerns, questions, just kind of direct them my way, and I will bring them to our planning meetings.
Good.
I like this expanded route that's drawn out. I remember when we kind of had an expanded route on the parade many years ago, and I thought it worked better anyway. This is the next best thing to it, going around twice.
So we'll keep you posted on any further discussion from these meetings. All right.
I want to make sure there's no objections before because after this meeting, we're going to start reserving things, which costs money to reserve. So I want to make sure that there's no objections, but appreciate, we'll keep this in front of you as we plan it. It's a whole new, it's the same celebration that we've celebrated for over 200 years, but it will be different for everybody in the community. So we're going to work with traffic control and everything else, because a lot of streets could be closed. So we've got some planning ahead.
All right, any further discussion? All right, moving on to our financial agenda items. Did everybody get a chance to look at the January 2021 financial statements?
Madam Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the January 2021 financial statements as presented by the Finance Director.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any further comment? Roll call.
Trustee Black.
Yes.
Trustee Dallison.
Yes.
Trustee Joswick.
Yes.
Trustee Moreland.
Yes.
Trustee Politis.
Yes.
Trustee Cesaro. And Mayor Tarkington.
Yes.
All in favor.
All right, moving on to the February 2021 disbursements. Did everybody get a chance to look at those?
Madam Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve February 2021. Sorry?
Accept. We'll accept the February.
Make a motion to accept the February 2021 disbursements.
Second.
All right, any further comment? Roll call.
Trustee Black.
Yes.
Trustee Dallison.
Yes.
Trustee Joswick.
Yes.
Trustee Moreland.
Yes.
Trustee Politis.
Yes.
Trustee Cesaro. Mayor Tarkington.
Yes.
All in favor.
All right, moving on to Planning Commission, Ordinance 456.
So this is an ordinance that, and I provided the kind of the red lined ordinance on the next page, on page 51, and of course there's 2 pages there, 51 and 52, removing some of the items that allows the Planning Commission to create the rules. I did get a comment today, is that why was the living in the town of Bayfield taken off of there, that you have to be a resident of Bayfield. You know, there's a lot of things in the state statute that we have to comply with, so you have to reside in the town of Bayfield to be on the Planning Commission. If you would like me to revise that and have, you know, a comment about that, but actually the bylaws that were suggested actually require that you live within the town of Bayfield on the Planning Commission. There's a lot of other committees you don't necessarily need to live in town. That is one of them, including the elected officials.
Any questions or comments from the board?
I'll just comment, I probably had the same conversation with the same person. You've allayed the concerns that were given, so.
I'm sorry, say again?
Had the same conversation with the same person.
Yeah.
Essentially, you know, we know that to be on the Planning Commission, you have to reside within the corporate limits of the town. So, there is no question there.
Okay.
All right, then I would entertain a motion to approve Ordinance 456.
So move.
Second.
All right, we have, I think Kelly got it. So we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Trustee Black.
Yes.
Trustee Dallison.
Yes.
Trustee Joswick.
Yes.
Trustee Moreland.
Yes.
Trustee Politis.
Yes.
Trustee Cesaro. Mayor Tarkington.
Yes.
All in favor.
So Lori has asked that the other trustees speak up. She can hear me and she can hear Ashley, but she can't hear the other trustees. So if you don't mind pointing that microphone at your mouth, that would be great.
Okay.
Oh, I'm good.
All right, moving on to our old business action agenda. Do we have any general public input pertaining to agenda items 5A through D? Seeing none, we'll move on to our TRC waterline replacement pay request, number 9. I think it's in your packet, page 53. Do we have any questions or comments from the
No.
board? I would entertain a
Yeah.
motion.
I would move that we approve the pay app number 9 for TRC Construction dated May 9th in the amount of $74,022.98.
I'll second that.
All right, any further discussion from the board? Roll call, please.
Trustee Black.
Yes.
Trustee Dallison.
Yes.
Trustee Joswick.
Yes.
Trustee Moreland.
Yes.
Trustee Politis.
Yes.
Trustee Cesaro.
Yes.
Mayor Tarkington.
Yes.
All in favor.
All right, moving on to Beach, our Bayfield Economic Advocacy and Commerce Hub Professional Services Agreement.
So we've talked about this for a couple meetings and work sessions about the Economic Recovery Coordinator. This is actually labeled the Economic and Community Engagement Coordinator. A little more, I want to say permanent, but a more of a, this is what we are looking for Beth to do, some of the job duties. Currently, Beth's contract includes 5 days a week, and in September, we had a heavy lift to get that money out to businesses. I don't think necessarily that we have the heavy lift. If we get to a point where we think that we need to have a more 5 days, whether we have grant funding, the board approves additional funding, or there's another similar stimulus bill, we can certainly come back to the board and make it a full 5 days. But we are excited about this office and initiating it and basically see how it works and providing you some deliverables towards the end of the year.
I appreciate you putting this together, and I appreciate all the input from the board getting this position developed. I think there's a lot of potential here, and I'm pretty excited about what we can do with this, so.
And there are just a couple edits that Town Attorney Goldman had found. I had Alpine in there instead of consultant, and a period at the end of B under insurance, so appreciate his review of this as well.
All right, do we have any further comments or questions from the board?
Do you
If
need a
not,
motion?
I would entertain a motion to approve the professional services agreement.
Madam Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the professional services agreement for Beth Lamberson as Economic and Community Engagement Coordinator.
I'll second that.
All right, any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Trustee Black.
Yes.
Trustee Dallison.
Yes.
Trustee Joswick.
Yes.
Trustee Moreland.
Yes.
Trustee Politis.
Yes.
Trustee Cesaro.
Yes.
Mayor Tarkington.
Yes.
All in favor.
All right, moving on to Data Safe Services IT 36 months.
So yesterday, our thin clients all shut down for everybody except for me and Amber, because we now have a CPU that we're operating with. And if I would have suggested that you consider to table this, I think these people back here would take me out. So I'm highly recommending that you approve this, and I think I have confidence that we will get the service that we deserve for the next 36 months.
I agree. I will lobby for town staff on this one. With that being said, I would entertain a motion to approve Data Safe Services.
Madam Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the data safe services for 36 months.
I'll second that.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Trustee Black.
Yes.
Trustee Dallison.
Yes.
Trustee Joswick.
Yes.
Trustee Moreland.
Yes.
Trustee Politis.
Yes.
Trustee Cesaro.
Yes.
Mayor Tarkington.
Yes.
All in favor.
All right, moving on, we have a pre-annexation request for 318 Bayfield Parkway.
Yeah, so this is the 10th request. This is from Mr. Schleter. He's at 318 Bayfield Parkway, and he sent a very nice little letter about getting water from LaPlade, and I'm recommending that you approve this pre-annexation agreement for Mr. Schleter.
Madam Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the pre-annexation request for parcel number 5677-104-00-021 for Schleter.
I would second that.
All right, any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Trustee Black.
Yes.
Trustee Dallison.
Yes.
Trustee Joswick.
Yes.
Trustee Moreland.
Yes.
Trustee Politis.
Yes.
Trustee Cesaro.
Yes.
And Mayor Tarkington.
Yes.
All in favor.
All right, moving on to new business. Do we have any general public input pertaining to items 6A through C on the agenda? If seeing none, we'll move on to ordinance 557, our emergency telephone service.
So the last time that this was adopted as an ordinance was 1987. And when we adopted a resolution regarding $1.30 for the emergency telephone charge, I did not know that there was also something in the municipal code. So this basically takes out the actual amount, just provides the regulations and the authority to adopt a fee. And I've provided the emergency telephone service Association of La Plata County that they have adopted it, but asking for this will change the ordinance, at least give you the authority to we're removing the fee specifically out of the ordinance, and then you can adopt it by ordinance or resolution in the future.
Does the board have any questions at this time? We have the opportunity to table this and think it over, or we can move forward and go ahead and approve the ordinance if Katie feels confident with that.
If you do entertain the thought of adopting the ordinance, I might recommend that you just capitalize the T in town in both section A, C, and D, just to remain consistent. And when you capitalize the T in town, you're referring to the town of Bayfield specifically. So in the event you make a motion, I would just suggest you make a motion to adopt the ordinance with those specific changes.
Do you have any other thoughts on,
I have no other thoughts. I think that to the extent you adopt the ordinance, it does clean things up and allows you to adopt resolutions and ordinances. And I would suggest you just adopt a resolution when you're either adopting some new fee that either increases the fee or decreases.
okay.
I agree.
Okay?
Okay. Do we have any other questions from the board? I would entertain a motion to approve the ordinance with the suggested changes from our attorney.
I'd move approval of ordinance 457 with the recommended changes from town attorney, whatever you are.
I second that.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Trustee Black.
Yes.
Trustee Dallison.
Yes.
Trustee Joswick.
Yes.
Trustee Moreland.
Yes.
Trustee Politis.
Yes.
Trustee Cesaro.
Yes.
Mayor Tarkington.
Yes.
All in favor.
All right, moving on to resolution 482, the emergency telephone charge fee.
So this basically is now the adoption of the fee from $1.30 or 70 cents, however you want to say, where we started from, to $1.72. And this goes into effect June 1st of 2021.
Is that only for landlines within the town?
No, that's for landline and cell phone.
So if there's a cell phone that is registered in the town, they get assessed that fee as well?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Do we have any?
The same suggestion I might have with regards to this resolution is, again, in the second whereas clause as well as the fifth whereas clause, just capitalize the T in town, so as to specify that when you say town, you're talking about the town of Bayfield.
Okay. I believe the town is ready to
Mhm.
move forward on adopting this resolution. So I would entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 482 with the said changes by our attorney.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Do we have any further comment or discussion? Roll call.
Trustee Black.
Yes.
Trustee Dallison.
Yes.
Trustee Joswick.
Yes.
Trustee Moreland.
Yes.
Trustee Politis.
Yes.
Trustee Cesaro.
Yes.
And Mayor Tarkington.
Yes.
All in favor.
All right, moving on to the Parks zero-turn mower.
So Becky is, the Parks Director has written a really nice recommendation of what zero-turn mower to purchase. Currently, we are renting a mower. It makes it a little inconvenient to try to go get a mower and return it during their hours of operation. So we're looking at purchasing a mower, and she's provided justification to increase the budget by $276.
It's outstanding, Becky. Thank you. I can't even believe that you were renting it before then. We have an awful lot of parks, and now we have a whole bunch of new turf that needs to be taken care of, so thanks. Thanks, Becky.
That said, I would like to see Becky invest another $4,000 in that. Because I would rather see a diesel-powered mower bought rather than a gasoline-powered mower. Now, I did do a little research on this, and the gasoline-powered motors that power these zero-turn motors don't have the greatest of reputations compared to the Kubota diesel motors.
We can have a talk about that.
And honestly, if we have to do service 2 or 3 times over the course of 5 years to keep a motor running, then we're better off getting one with a diesel, because I know that in the long term, it will be more reliable.
Did you look at walkers?
So we have nothing against the diesel, but like, trustee Black said, we're talking an extra
No,
$4,000.
No, they're more expensive. You pay up front for the reliability. You really do. And it's one of those things, are you gonna pay for a reliable vehicle up front, or are you gonna pay for maintenance on a yearly basis? Because a gasoline motor will require, I promise, this particular mower will require a lot more maintenance than a diesel motor will.
Did you guys look at Walker?
Walker?
Yeah, out of Fort Collins. They're a great local company that does zero-turn diesel mowers. However, in my experience, Toro zero-turn stand-behinds are pretty amazing too. But if we're looking for something that's diesel and we're looking for something to support a local statewide company, Walker is really a great company to go through.
So,
Maybe a little more research
Research.
with some
And I don't-
additional,
Budget,
but
Yeah, and
considerations, some with diesel, give us some more things to compare.
Yep, there's one of the quotes that are in there is actually for a diesel mower. It's from John Deere, and it was, I wanna say it was just above 17,000.
yeah, it was a little more expensive than the Kubota, but there again, and that's the John Deere name you're paying for.
Yeah, and then the diesel for the Kubota that we were looking at, that we actually, said that we should purchase, is an extra $4,000.
Right.
So, we're looking at 14,000 for the diesel version.
so we're gonna have to bring this to the next meeting. You'll have
Or should we just approve a budget for
of
her?
an additional,
and go back out for a request for proposal, looking at a diesel engine versus a,
Well, I'd be okay with taking it back with an RFP for a diesel period without, leave the gasoline out of it. Unless you get one that's got lithium batteries and like a Tesla model.
so,
I want to make sure that I understand that we're currently up to, let's say, $10,500. We're going up to approximately $15,000 if we just want to round it up, if there's has to be any delivery. So you would like Becky to go out, back out with the RFP for $15,000, and if she brings back a proposal that's within that budget or close, you will consider that action on a different night? On the next meeting, or?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just worry that it's, I mean, your season starts here, your
Yeah.
mowing season starts here pretty quick.
Well, I know that Swag does have the diesel version on hand right now, so, I mean, if we go through in 2 weeks and get this approved, we can have it right away, as long as they don't sell it.
I'm sorry, who
But
does?
other companies do have a
Southwest.
longer lead time on delivery and shipment, so.
So you can table it with that direction to the staff.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
I would make a motion to table this till the next meeting.
Second.
With direction to
Well,
get,
yeah,
raise the budget.
with direction
Okay.
to raise the budget to $16,000.
All right.
Because I think that's a more realistic number, given where I saw the John Deere bid was at. And I'm certain that there are other more vendors out there that would be interested.
I don't see any taxes on those either.
All right, so we do have a motion.
We shouldn't have to pay taxes on it.
Second.
All right, any further discussion? Roll call.
Trustee Black.
Yes,
Trustee Dallison.
Yes.
Trustee Joswick.
Yes.
Trustee Moreland.
Yes.
Trustee Politis.
Yes.
Trustee Cesaro.
Do we lose her?
Trustee Cesaro.
Yes?
And Mayor Tarkington.
Yes.
All in favor.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes.
can.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, moving on to board reports. Does anybody have anything to share from their boards? Nothing.
Southwest Cog had an interesting meeting, and we had an update, and of course Katie was in that meeting, but that was a day or two after the COVID bill had passed Congress, and John Whitney gave us an update on that, and he said there will be significant monies for all of the governments within La Plata County for that, and I don't remember exactly what ours is, but it's around
Yeah, I
$500,000.
don't remember.
It's a good sum of money, and it'll help us a lot, so.
And was that money designated
It-
for
it-
what?
It has to be used in particular fashions. I mean, it does have restrictions tied to it, but used primarily for COVID-related things. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff that falls under that umbrella, of course.
Yeah.
Don't forget, I'm giving everybody next Tuesday off, but then the next Tuesday we have board training. So just
You're so
remember that
kind.
we have that. It'll be Zoom, so you could be on your couch for that one.
Okay.
And at this moment, I'm in a motion to go into executive session with our town attorney and our town manager present regarding CRS 24-6-401 4E1, determining positions relative to matters that may be subject to negotiations, developing strategy for negotiations, and instructing negotiators. The topic is purchase of property. Thank you all for attending our meeting.
Is someone going to make a motion to go into
make a-
executive
So
session?
moved.
Did you need a motion for that?
Somebody want to
Yes.
second that?
Yes.
And who seconded?
Second.
Second.
David?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.